Hello everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at some problems that involve repeating decimal conversions. For example, we're going to be explaining like a repeat. So for example, you had a repeating decimal in base x, and then we're going to be teaching you how to convert that to base y. So without further ado, let's get started. So our problem is 0.4 repeating in base 7 to base 10. Okay, so we have this problem. First, let's start off with the approach. So for today, my method, this is going to be my method. It's very quick and easy and efficient to convert like this. But in a few days or tomorrow, I'll be posting a new video which will be listing the traditional method on how to solve this problem. So without further ado, let's get started. So first, we'll just I'm just going to make a theory on base 10 because let's just assume that we're trying to convert this to base 10 because let's assume this is a very hard problem for us and we don't know what to get started. So we're just going to assume that it's base 10 because if we solve an easier problem first, then it will give us some tips and tricks to solve a harder problem. So in base 10, 0.4 repeating will be 4 nines. And we can identify this as 10 to the first, which is the base. This is in base 10, minus 1. And the 4 is in the numerator. And if you want to be more specific, you would say that this is 4 base 10. So using this, we can develop a technique. We have one spot of 10 here and 10 here. So let's try to implement 7 in this. Okay, so we have 4 nines and then we're converting it to base 7. So we have this. So the denominator, we know it's going to be 7 to the first minus 1 because in this case we use 10 to the first minus 1. And then in the numerator, it'll be the base it is in, so base 7, and the number, so 4 base 7. Okay, so this part is already converted to base 10, so we just need to convert the 4 to 7th. We can simplify the denominator as 6, and 4 base 7, as we can easily identify, and base 10 is 4 because it's not smaller than 7, and 7 is bigger than 4. We can simplify this to 2/3, and then this part is in base 10. Okay, so let's try to write a formula for this. So since we identified in base 10, so then we have repeating the decimal. If you want to say xy or xyz, I'm just going to do xy for simplicity. So repeating decimal xy, or if you had repeating decimal x, then you would have, as we have seen, that 10 to the first minus 1, which is a base. The formula for either of these would be, you could just derive one from the other. So the formula for this one, it would be, we could denote this in base 10. So this is the base 10 part. We know that is xy over 99. So we can just say this as base z, and as this base z. So it would be xy over z minus z to the second minus 1. And then this part would be equal to z to the second minus 1 over xy to the zth power. So this is kind of obvious. So then here we can derive 4 to the 7th. 4 to the 7th. So we got 4 to the 7th by the numerator. So the numerator will be xy. And we have 7 to the first minus 1 over z to the second minus 1 because there's 2 digits in the repeating block. Okay, so this is the same thing that we wrote before. And then, so then we can simplify this further to get this part. So this is the general formula, and as we can do this, this is x over z to the first minus 1 equals to x z over z to the first minus 1, and then you could easily get this by just substituting the values and then simplifying, and then all you have to do is just simplify to the base 10. So then xy to z, or x to the z to base 10. Okay, let's move on to another problem. So you have 0.21, and then this is repeating, and let's say it's in base 7 to base 10. Okay, so we have the base 10 part. We know this part already. And then this is 21 over 99. So then it's going to be 21 base 10 over, so we know it's going to be 7 squared in the denominator minus 1. And then it's going to be, and then we have to convert it to base 10. So 21 base 7 to base 10 is going to be equal to 15 over 48. And this will equal to, divide by divide by 3, you get 5/16. So this is our answer, and we had tried 2 examples. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on another video. Thank you.